That's something. I see y'all. I see the wheels turning. Yeah, and this is what this is gonna do. Is it's gonna bring sedition. So 2 Ezra 15 and 16 come to mind. You see, all these different precepts just get to flowing through your head about this particular situation. Jake is finna choose their delusion, just like the Lord said they was gonna do. I'm gonna choose your delusion. So if you think any one of these presidential candidates cares about you or is out for your best interest, you gonna see. How many presidents have you voted for? Like the old school Jake. Jake 70 and up, 50 and 60 and up. How many times have you voted? How many times have you won? Right? So your forefathers died for you to continue to be screwed over? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 2 and 13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters.
Bro, you got people that don't believe in the Lord no more, to the point where they think that this vote is their only option. You know how throwed off you gotta be?
Right.
This gonna be the one. Right? This gonna be the election. Okay, we gonna see. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 2:13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns.
That's what I'm saying. That broken cistern is you casting your ballot.
Right.
You see, you don't get it. You missed it. You didn't get the memo that this election is a scam. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting texts and all this stuff telling me where to go and stuff. I'm like, nigga, I'm 45. What you talking about? I ain't voted since I was 18. And that was before I was enlightened.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? The first election that I partook in was Bush Gore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was a hot mess. They had to recount and do all this crazy stuff. Like, okay.
Yep, it says, and one thing about cisterns is the fact that a cistern holds water for a city. But one thing about a cistern is the fact that when the water sits for a long time, that water it can become very moldy. Mm-hmm. And it says they have used them out cisterns. A cistern that's leaking at that, it ain't even holding no water. It's leaking moldy water at that. You see what I'm saying? So our people always forsake Yahweh outside. They forsake the one that's actually, like the scripture says that they never turn to the one that's actually smiting them.
Bro, you got people that swerving down that they love Jesus, and Jesus loved them, and they already saved. But this vote matters more. I ain't heard a single stinking ass Christian say, you know what, I'm gonna trust in the Lord this time. They telling you who they gonna vote for. Y'all remember back in the day when we was younger, when it wasn't nobody's business who you was gonna vote for? People were getting offended. Who you voting for?
It's none of your business.
That is none of your business. Yeah. Now, not only do you have to tell who you voting for, it better be the right person. But it brings confusion. You see, we in the land of confusion. Look, for those that got eyes to see and ears to hear, this is Babylon. Y'all just scared for a woman to rule.
Oh, Eminem.
Really?
Right.
Really? That's all you got, bro?
Okay, if the bitch do get in office, these other Muslim countries ain't gonna respect that broad, man.
No.
Because this country wasn't
No
designed.
other country.
This country wasn't designed for no woman to run it.
Bro, every other country, women gotta shut the hell up.
Oh man, you think these China and Iran gonna
That's what I'm saying. You think,
respect this goddamn helper?
You think a Chinese woman finna? How about a Russian woman?
She can throw on a slap.
Right? Mm-hmm. How about the Middle East? Sudan.
Right.
This is the only country where that's possible.
Yep.
What,
Confusion.
you think that's coincidence?
Right.
This place is falling, Jack. You got some more?
Got a little bit more. Verse 14. It says, "Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? The young lions roared upon him and yelled, and they made his land waste. His cities are burned without inhabitant." Yeah, that's pretty much going to the fact that ultimately these different nations constantly ruling over us, man. Constantly getting the upper hand over us, man.
Right.
Ultimately, because what? We have forsaken the fountain of living water. Our people are, rather say, have forsaken the fountain of living waters, man.
I said, how is voting gonna get you closer to the Lord? That's the question. Is he gonna get you further away, or is it gonna breed more separation? Gonna bring more separation.
Yep.
You see, because you got the prophets out here telling you, man. You got the prophets. Bro, Christians love Jesus, but they love whoever they vote for more.
Yep.
Man.
You can't get around it. You see? I would say they're shot to the mountaintops for who they finna vote for. And Jesus got to love you anyway. Is that it on that? Bring up what you got.
This is Mark 3:24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself,
A kingdom divided against itself. This is a two-party system. You see, even according to the prophecy, when we get to Revelation 13, Lord willing, you know we're more than likely gonna end up getting there through the Spirit. But that's what I'm saying. In Revelation 13, it talks about that divided system, the rebirth of the Roman Empire divided. You see? Go ahead.
it says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, the kingdom cannot stand.
That's what I'm saying. So we're not telling you Babylon falling because we just some mad niggas. We're telling you that Babylon is falling based on prophecy.
Right.
Based off standing upon our watch and reporting what we seeing. You see?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Except they be agreed.
Right.
But amongst the United States of America, you got a bunch of people who are divided against one another, man.
Out of many or one,
Yeah.
Right.
that's confusion.
And there's other candidates. There's even other parties, but you just never hear about them.
Yeah.
Right.
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 They give you these two, all right, political systems, and these are the two. And Kamala didn't even really earn it.
No, not at
First
all.
time in history they
This
have.
is the first time Biden just got sick, basically, or whatever. Sorry, got senile shitting on herself, and then she just pops up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you remember during his presidency, when he wasn't tripping and falling and stumbling all over himself, what was people saying about her? Where's she at? We don't never see her do nothing. What's going on?
Well, she can't. She the vice president. She the president's secretary. This ain't passed no laws.
Right, but secretaries were very important in the ancient world.
Oh, yeah,
Secretaries
absolutely.
wasn't just these low-level people that
Today.
you didn't see. They ultimately were the voice
Right.
and represented the king.
Right.
The right hand basically was ultimately like Yahweh Shah is the right hand of the Most High. We were supposed to be hearing from her. And America has many problems, but they push just what? The LGBT and a bunch of other shit as the thing we need to focus
Abortion.
on.
Right.
The rights to abort your child. That's the thing that you need to focus on. Well, all of the problems America got, this is what people are sitting up here screaming about.
Right.
Madness, man. Confusion. This is the land, like it says in Job, the 10th chapter. This is the land without order, man. Whereas the light is as darkness itself, man. And these people are dark as hell, man. I'm talking about completely dark, completely lost, have no idea what the hell is going on around them, man. You know, people just twerking and shit. You know what I'm saying? At the presidential rally, twerking.
Circus, man.
This is where we at now, man.
Bro, this is the first election I've ever heard the word.
Gucci, yeah, that's what I was sexy Gucci.
Oh.
Like nobody can tell me what to do with my Gucci.
Dang.
That's where we at.
Vote come out.
Doesn't even make sense.
Madness, man.
But see, you wonder why the Lord was angry with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Because of shit like that. You cast other heathens over you, and you basically casting a covering over it on your head even tighter.
Right.
So guess what? When shit happens, when you can't feed your family, your loved ones, the Lord gonna laugh at your calamity when that time comes.
That's
That's
what I'm
all.
saying. I ain't never heard nobody with a boot on their neck saying, "Oh, President."
Right.
Oh, President. What the? Right? Nigga hanging up the side of the cliff. President. No, nigga.
I got a precept. This is Lamentations chapter 4 and 17. As for us, our eyes as yet faileth for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us.
They came out today.
Yeah, man. They want, bro, anything but the Lord is they option. So when it comes to, you see why 2/3 got to be destroyed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said, thank God for slavery, even though we had to take our part in it too. But that's what.
See, back in times past, your leaders were never athletes, actors, all right, actresses, nigga who can. The people look to the prophets, the leaders, the elders, man. And the Lord has taken that away from you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And ultimately, in this system, Esau sets leaders over you. And year after year, they fail you. Week after week, month after month, day after day, you've been failed by these leaders, by this system. None of the true issues that plague you are being addressed.
Right.
And you're not ultimately looking within and saying, what do I need to do to change? You're just sitting here crying with this victimization mindset.
Right.
Yeah, we're victims here in the system of white supremacy, but why? And what is our behavior and the energy we're putting out? Because Jake is always talking about the energy you put out, you're going to receive. Well,
Right.
Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have received nothing but the worst of the worst.
Here.
They
So
still
at some point, you're gonna have to address what you're doing. But these so-called black leaders push this victimization, got you marching up and down the street talking about Black Lives Matter, but look at Black Lives.
Man.
Amen to that.
It's completely toxic.
Toxic. So what's toxic?
So, hey man. Yeah, roll out, brother. Just have a good one, man. Go ahead.
I got some. Here's an example in history. This is 2 Chronicles chapter 28, verse 16. It says, at that time, the king Ahaz sinned unto the kings of Assyria to help him. Now, mind you, this is whenever the northern tribe of Samaria actually took Judah into captivity after Ahaz was wicked, right? So he looked at Assyria to help him, right? It says, for again, the Edomites had came and smitten Judah and carried away captives. The Philistines also had invaded the cities of the low country and of the south of Judah, and had taken Beth-Shemesh and Ajalon and Gederoth and Shoko with the villages thereof, and Timnah with the villages thereof, Gizmo and also the villages thereof, and they dwelt there. Here's the point. For the Lord Yahweh brought Judah low because of Ahaz, king of Israel. For he made Judah naked and transgressed sore against the Lord. And Tiglath-Pileser.
So you bought you low because ultimately the scriptures say if the ruler hearken to lies, then all of his servants are wicked. And what did Ahab bring to Israel? Ahaz? Was he northern or southern?
He was southern.
Southern, yeah. And he wasn't one of the righteous ones.
Yeah, he
wasn't completely off.
Yeah.
Only 6 of the 19 people who sat on the throne of David, of the kings of Judah, did good. Josiah being the last. And don't you know a woman sat on the throne for a minute? Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Athaliah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she sat on the throne for a minute, tried to slew all of the Israelite kings, man.
I got something to go with that.
Yep.
Okay. Yes,
So ultimately, the Lord brought Jake low because of them following these wicked leaders, man.
Right.
Verse 21, it says, for Ahaz, verse 20, it says, until Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, came unto him and distressed him, but strengthened him not. So he went to Assyria to get help. And then the king of Assyria ultimately came down and actually stressed him, pretty much put him in more hell, pretty much, right? It says, and Ahaz took away a portion out of the house of Yahweh and out of the house of the king and of the princes, and gave it unto the king of Assyria, but he helped him not. You see that?
Man.
So he did all this. He went to the temple. He was taking gold out the temple. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much stripped the temple, gave it to the king of Assyria, thinking he was going to help him. But at the end of the day, he didn't come to his aid.
Reneged on it.
So it's the same scenario with Jake today, man. Jake is always going to their oppressors, and the same thing happened in history, man.
Nothing new under the sun, bro.
You know?
Hey, but the men of the Lord are the one addressing the real problems of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out of the scriptures.
That's right.
But yet you want to come to another so-called king of yours and look to get aid for him. He just read to you. They vain help at the end of the day.
I want to back you up with this.
Time and time again. Niggas losing.
So this topic that we're going into, Jeremiah went into the same topic in his day. We'll read it real quick to back you up, Taj. It's Jeremiah 2:36. I'm reading it in NLT. It says, first here, then there. You flip from one ally to another asking for help. But your new friends in Egypt will let you down.
Your new friends in Egypt will let you down.
Yep.
Because I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You good.
But what was significant about the time in Egypt was the fact that we actually went to the Egyptians for help to try to fight against the Babylonians, man. But what happened? Did Egypt come to the aid of Judah?
Hell no.
No. Egypt at first said, "Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you. We gonna be, you know." And then eventually, what happened? Babylon came and Egypt said, "Hell no."
Friends in Egypt will let you down, just as Assyria did before.
Man, wow, that's what I'm saying. Your supposed savior is gonna turn his back on you, man. See?
Oh yeah. Because y'all thinking Trump gonna help y'all. All out tyranny is gonna issue forth from him.
Yeah.
See, he's painting himself as this individual who, he's against, the LGBT agenda. But when he was in office, did not he approve of GAY marriage?
Man.
Did not he go to these different countries ultimately pushing, agendas that they lessen the penalty of